What's going on, y'all? Red Skull just got nerfed, moving from a 513 to a 512, and I think this creates opportunities for other decks to rise up and combat the Shuri menace. The one I have here is a deck made by Gunny, a Korean player who played it in the Jukon Cup a few weeks ago. I have had this in my back pocket for a while. Now that Shuri has been toned down just a little bit with those nerfs to Sunspot, those nerfs to Red Skull, those nerfs to She-Hulk, all of those have toned the overall power it can stick in one individual lane down a bit. And now I think a deck like this can really compete. So this is a fully free-to-play deck. It is a deck that runs no Series 4 cards, no Series 5 cards. It is a very basic looking deck, but there are some interesting things that I think give it the legs that it needs to compete with Shuri. The most important one of these things is that Patriot and Ultron create an asinine amount of power. Patriot, Ultron is absurd. It's absurd. The Ultron robot's going to be 3/3s, or if you have a Mystique, 5/5s. Ridiculous. That kind of stuff on its own can now contest a Red Skull lane with a little bit of help. Now, that help comes from some unexpected places. I know people are going to see this deck list and they're going to be like, what's up with the thing, dude? What's up with the Abomination, dude? I get it. It's weird. But the reason those cards are there is because if you assume that all of your slots are, eventually going to be taken up by Ultron robots, right? You need to have a way to go tall in one slot on the board. Thing can do that. Abomination can do that. In the video that you're about to see, you're going to actually see Abomination and a bunch of Ultron robots win a Red Skull lane. Like, this is a thing that you can do. And in order to combat Red Skull and how tall he can get, you need a big body to drop into those lanes if you want to try to swing them and win them. Remember also that Red Skull, unless you end up leeching it or they zero it, is going to be buffing your units. So you're going to get a little more points there than you expect. It's definitely a deck that I think has a ton of potential going forward. I honestly think this could be one of the very best decks in the game. And it is, in my opinion, the best free-to-play deck right now, the best deck that is not running a single Series 4 or Series 5 card. And I wanted to go over some of the... Let's jump into some of the play patterns that you might see. So one of the major questions that I get about this deck is, why are there no 2-drops? And the answer is because you're not curving out. Now, if we go back to what we talked about with the Thing and the Abomination and how you have to think about, is this an effective use of my 12 board spots, especially if you're going to play an Ultron later, then you can sort of see where the thought process here is going. Is playing a Shocker on 2 actually, that much better? It's exactly 2 points better than just getting an Ultron robot. Is that going to win you much? I don't know. And what this build of the deck does by having Wasp, Misty Knight, and Squirrel Girl in it, if you don't draw the Ultron, you can have this sort of late game explosion of power with, like, Thing, Misty Knight, Squirrel Girl, Wasp. Like, that is the kind of thing you can do. Now, this is a deck that is going to be vulnerable to Enchantress a lot of the time. You're going to be playing out Patriot and Mystique and Blue Marvel. You're going to be doing that. You're going to be taking your chances on that because there are very few decks that actually look to leverage Enchantress right now. This is a deck that definitely can exist because the decks that would play Enchantress are just getting run out of the entire metagame by things like Shuri and Thanos. So these are things that are just running you out of the metagame if you're out like, I'm going to play a fair Enchantress deck. Those guys don't exist anymore. They're gone. No one does that anymore. You can absolutely get their ass. Now, you are going to be vulnerable if the metagame shifts. That's how this works. You will be vulnerable to future metagame changes, especially if this deck picks up in the way I frankly think it kind of deserves to. Now, another thing to note is that there are some cards that, in my opinion, are not particularly replaceable. The most obviously irreplaceable cards, Patriot, Mystique, and Ultron, I'm not even going to talk about, but people are going to ask about things like Debrii. Can I replace Debrii? I think if you desperately wanted to play this deck and you didn't have Debrii, you could try maybe Mystique? I'm not Mystique, sorry, Mysterio. You could try it, but I wouldn't. I think Debrii especially against Thanos, is a very powerful unit. She doesn't do a ton for you in other matchups, but anywhere that you really want to pressure board space is she's as good as it gets. If you catch, especially because the Thanos decks can no longer do Lockjaw and all the stones on the same turn, you can actually just catch them out by hitting their Lockjaw lane with the Debrii. You can do that if you get the read on, like, oh, they're gonna play Lockjaw here, I'll Debrii off of it, put a rock in the Lockjaw lane. That kind of stuff plays. Like, the thing that makes this deck strong is that it consistently executes its game plan while also minimally disrupting your opponent. So you can look at Leech, right? That's the last sort of odd inclusion here. Why are we playing Leech? Well, the answer is it's because we can afford to. Because we have Ultron backing us up on the back end. Because Ultron is here, you go like Patriot, Mystique, 3-4. What's your 5? You don't have Abomination. What are you going to do with your 5? You can play a Leech. You turn off their Taskmasters. You turn off their big turn 6 plays. You destroy Sarah. You make them cry. You make them just feel bad about ever even beginning to play the game against you. You destroy Hitmonkey. You make them cry. You make them feel bad about beginning to ever play the game against you. You see where I'm going with this? Like, we can afford to play it, and so we play it. Because when our normal game plan plays out, we have this turn 6 explosion, whether that be from Ultron or just playing a bunch of 1-drops late and getting them buffed with a Patriot, right? Like, that is sort of the general play pattern of this deck. I hope you can pick up something from watching my game against Shuri in battle mode that I've attached to this. I hope you learn a little bit. I really appreciate everyone who watched. Thank you so much. Remember, hit those like buttons, subscribe buttons, everything that makes my dopamine receptors, go off. I really, really appreciate when my dopamine receptors go off. So thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next one.
KM Best in a snap.
This is the first thing I want to try. I want to know if this deck works again, basically. I don't want to play a card here, which is bad for me in terms of winning Muir Island. Getting behind is bad. Maybe I was supposed to play the Wasp there. Oh. Who knows? Lord knows. I mean, the 0-3 Mystique is honestly pretty ridiculous, right? Ooh, I had to play the Wasp out there. That was dumb. Armor is off over there. Now, I am going to win Altar of Death with armor being dead. So maybe that means I was supposed to play not Mystique on the peak. No Titania is good for me. It means I don't have to worry about much stuff on the altar. He's snapping. If he just plays some big units in the middle, am I just dead? He doesn't seem to have a Cosmo, and I do run Shang-Chi. Altar is not out of their range. That is true. But we can make it be out of their range. I'm going to stick around in this. Vision. Very cool. So, like, we have a bunch of sincerely interesting plays here. I was almost tempted to Leech. But I mean, like, again, I run Shang-Chi, yeah? And if he's not moving that vision, I can Shang-Chi on the altar and win it, right? I didn't draw Shang-Chi, though. That's a fucking problem. So... we have Mystique here, Ultron here. Takes us to 27 over on there. And means we can win the Altar of Death. So what we'll do here is Mystique adds 3 to the middle with 12. And then adds a bit more. So we're looking at winning the Altar off the Ultron bots and the Mystique. And then it's just a question of can we win the other ones? The fact that they have 8 mana here is worrying, but I'm gonna ride it out, I think. Come on, baby. So we will get 9 on the altar. We win the altar. Do they have a... yeah, baby! We did it! They didn't expect it! I was a little worried. I was pretty sure, okay, we'll win the altar, but I didn't expect the She-Hulk there. I was basically like, all right, well, they can't Red Skull Taskmaster, so what do I really have to be worried about? I go up just enough to actually take the dub there. Let's go. This is exactly the kind of deck where, like, small nudges to the Red Skull can really matter, right? Small nudges downward to things like Red Skull and Taskmaster can really, really, really matter. Mystique, super clutch. Let's dump a Misty Knight over here. Sunspots. See, another small nudge. These small nudges. Hello. If they snap, it means they have Shuri. Debrii can't necessarily beat that enough, but I'm interested in finding out, right? So we Debrii here. We have Shang-Chi, we have Leech, we have a lot of ways to combat things. That's interesting. So they're gonna Shuri the middle, right? They play Shuri, and then we drop a Shang-Chi in the vault, right? Oh god, they need to take priority here. Yes! Okay. We drop the Shang-Chi in the vault. Either it wins the vault or it doesn't, but... Vision mid, that would fuck me up. No! Oh my god. Heinous. Exclamation point OTA if you want my thoughts on that. No one on ladder would ever make that play. Fuck. I don't hate a Sentinel, actually. I mean, like, it's not great, but I don't have a 2-drop. And I don't have Ultron, which is normally why you wouldn't play one. I'm happy to just put cards here. I have not drawn Patriot once. It's kind of tilting me. Hey, that's the kind of win we need. There's Patriot. Okay. And we have like Patriot, Squirrel Girl, Sentinel here, or you know, if that's a thing we can kill with a Shang-Chi. Jeez. Okay. Fuck. Oh, fuck. I was trying to take my turn back there. I thought that was maybe winnable. I'm an idiot. I think that was winnable, but I don't mind leaving. That was actually a really huge fuck up on my part. I was trying to take my turn back, and I actually accidentally retreated instead. Okay. I would love to draw Patriot when I can play it. No? All right. I'm just not drawing the card Patriot. This is like round 4, and I have not drawn it. Oh, come on. I have not drawn a Patriot by turn 3 in any of these games. And he has drawn a Shuri on 4 in all of them. Really tough stuff. Okay. So, if we go Ultron here, we go to 10, they can move the Ultron, the Vision into the Morag and win, probably. Didn't draw Patriot. Hey. They drew Shuri, we didn't draw Patriot. I'm happy with a tie, frankly. One day I will draw the card Patriot. It'll be cool. I swear it'll happen, chat. Debris mid looking interesting here. Still no fucking Patriot. Because that's pretty much always happening, right? We just go Debris, jeez. That's the visions, right? Holy shit! Draw the card! This is so fucking annoying, dude. I can't draw the card that the deck is. Holy shit, we drew... Is that legal? Are we allowed to do that? I've never seen it before. I've never seen that happen. You're showing me this for the first time. Cosmo's in the middle. Thank fuck. We have, like, Debris, Misty Knight, Wasp, Squirrel Girl on the final turn. That's a 24. This is the exact situation I wanted to find out about. Oh, my. Okay, so... we add 5 to here plus 10. We go to 29, but the lizard goes down, right? So we have we add 4. Hold on. We have to do actual math, right? Adding 4, so we go to 8. 17, and then Ultron Wasp. The Ultron adds 10. So go to 27, they go to 27, but the Red Skull pushes us actually higher. I don't know that there's anything they can do since Cosmo went in the Shadowland. Cosmo would be our big worry here. That's actually better. We're good. Very slick, but not slick enough. So here's the Patriot. We are going to 17 in the Mojo world, and we're going to win the middle. And we're going to win the Dark Dimension, and we're going to win the Everywhere, actually. We're going to win the Everywhere. All right, baby. All right, we drew Patriot. Chat, we did it. We drew Patriot. It happened. All we had to do was retreat every game until we drew Patriot. That's all we had to do. Those drones were actually Doombots. Yeah, that's how it goes. Mega Sonic. I'm gonna play the Squirrel Girl now. Oh, hello. Let's see. I'm just gonna dump a Negasonic over here. I'm not doing anything else this turn, and I think it's funny. I'm worried they play a Shuri here. Honestly, I'm worried they play a Shuri, but if they do, they're gonna play it on the Asteroid M, right? Oh shit, they played it off the Asteroid M and I lose. Well, no, I mean I have things that buff, right? I just need to draw one. Blue Marvel. So we lose to She-Hulk Taskmaster, correct? But retreating is the same as losing here. So I'm just gonna play it out. Like, maybe they don't have exactly She-Hulk Taskmaster. Maybe I could have drawn Patriot here. If I had drawn Patriot, we would have won. But Blue Marvel is not going to do it. Patriot would have. If they just split She-Hulk Taskmaster, they get us here. But also, they got to be a little scared here, right? So, you know, we didn't draw Patriot. Maybe they didn't draw exactly... Oh, they drew exactly that? Fuck, that's crazy. Unreal. We can't draw Patriot, but they can draw She-Hulk, Shuri She-Hulk every fucking game. We can't draw Patriot, but there's not a single game in this series where they did not Shuri me on 4. It's okay, we're gonna get there. Holy shit, he's here. He's here, chat. He's alive. Negasonic is super cool sounding. Yeah, I mean... So it's a 6/6 now, which is fine. I think I want to get these into there, though. Do I want to play this Shang-Chi out just for points? I think I don't, but it's possible I do. There's the Shuri. So, I mean, we lose to Red Skull Taskmaster, I think. So I guess we could Leech here and turn off the Taskmaster. I think I'm going to go for that play instead. Get leeched on! Alright, so... we can play Ultron here. And pray, I think? Is there anything else we can do? We could Shang the Bifrost and play a Wasp. I'm thinking a 13 is coming down in the Cosmos, though, right? Like, the issue is if it's a 13 plus something else is kind of what fucks me up, right? 13 plus Titania in... Well, they can't put a Titania in the Cosmos. Only a 13 will go there, so they'll go to 15. We'll go to 14, though, but we get... No, we go to 14 there. It doesn't work. So 14 plus 4 is 18, so this is 6 plus 3 is 9, 15. That doesn't work. I think none of our plays actually work against a Red Skull there. All right, so 12! It matters! The nerf matters! Holy shit, it matters! It's 12, not 13, chat! It's 12! Oh my god. It matters so much! I'm so happy! I'm so happy! It matters so much! I'm so happy! And yeah, it was super close. I was calculating, oh, we never win a Cosmos, right? Oh my god, the nerf mattered! It mattered! It mattered! It mattered! It mattered! It mattered! It mattered! Jesus Christ! It matters!